you go.
My spidey senses
Oh,
tingling.
I like a DJ.
Feel something. Got my radars up.
Oh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Chicken.
Something going on. I feel funny.
Yeah.
Can't tell me nothing different.
Uh-huh.
My nose twitching.
Yeah.
Intuition
You know about that,
sounding like
Boogie?
Steve Vision.
I still.
Close my
Oh, Lord,
eyes,
Stones.
still see visions.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that boy Beans, man. I can feel it in the air. You know, I was feeling that today. You know, episode 7, IBI, Intellectual but Ignorant. Welcome back. If you're tuning in, we appreciate you. Oh, I can still hear that.
I heard that too.
What up, though, bro?
What's up, bro? Man, I'm happy to be back, man. You know, I missed the last 2. We back, but you know, we here. So you know, I got some things I want to get off my chest myself, but
You gotta relax because you've been doing a lot on the gram lately too. I've been noticing that.
I be getting that a lot, bro. You know, like working out and this whole journey I'm on. Like this shit just, I don't know, something be different about a nigga when you take your shirt off, look in the mirror.
You get to talking crazy.
Get to talking crazy, you get to looking down, looking at niggas like I'm better than
I
niggas.
peeped that with you.
Yeah.
You get out the gym, you got your shirt off, telling niggas they need to get the muscles up. You
Yeah.
flexing your little chest
Sosa
muscles.
just said something about that to me yesterday.
Yeah, we talked about you. we
I
had a,
bet y'all niggas did.
had a good conversation about you. I was like, I don't think he gonna make it to the show. Acting like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
you know,
we here though, man.
Yeah, you know you my brother from another.
For Soski, always, bro.
But this low key a special episode because it's kind of funny. Well, it's not funny. The title of it is not what you think. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a story that I didn't want to say I always wanted to tell, but I never told nobody this. But Boogie kind of know about it because he was here with me. And so, you know, if you don't know, we was recording. I was always having trouble with trying to find a home to record this podcast at, you know, because we just wanted to be comfortable. But I always had friends like, man, you might as well record in your crib. You might as well record in your crib. But I'm just like, I don't want motherfuckers in my crib. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very private.
I was one of the main niggas telling you that too, bro.
It was kind of excuses, but you also know me. Like, I'm like, bro, I don't want people in here when I'm trying to do this. But and I be thinking, what if people want to smoke? What if people want to do all this? And I don't want, you know, smoking in my house. So it was just little excuses, you can say. But what motivated me is where I kind of stay at is it'd be like B-list celebrities and little celebrities and athletes that kind of stay in here with me. And what I do when my friends come over is like, I'll mention it to them, like, you know, bro from the Hawks staying right above me. But I just say little shit like that.
I remember that boy Calvin really used to stay here.
Yeah, Calvin really stayed here. That's the one who got caught with the gambling.
Yeah, he's suspended right now.
They suspended him for gambling, but what about Deshaun for the rape shit? The NFL killed me. You know what I'm saying? And all my folks who support the NFL killed me too.
I feel you.
But yeah, free that boy Calvin. That was one of he wasn't technically, he stayed kind of in the same vicinity, but somebody who I used to always run into in the building was Kevin Samuels. And so yeah, shout out to but
RP him.
you know, seeing him in the building, I ain't gonna lie, he was tall too. Bro was like at least 6'3", 6'4".
I ain't know that.
He had some height on him. And he was real low key, two-though. You know what I'm saying? Very humble. You know, he stayed to himself. But I really didn't care too much about him. I mean, I don't want to say I cared too much about him, but I wasn't a fan. But I remember mentioning it to Boogie one time, like, oh, well, you know, Kevin Samuels stay here, and he be recording in his, he recording his place, and like just with different angles, and I'm one of the people I just want to have backup to, not backup, but if I'm telling you something, I just have a witness. Like,
Yeah, no, he like to prove shit. He don't have to prove shit, but he like to be like,
it's
see,
automatic.
Like, see, I told you, like,
yeah,
like, look,
it's a bad habit. So I'll be like, I tell him something, and I'll probably like, well, don't you stay? I tell the concierge to tell him. So I'm pretty cool with the people that work downstairs for me, and I think Boogie was with me one time, and just to overly prove my point, I was like, tell him that Kevin Samuels stay here and that he be recording in his crib. And the lady, she told me, and
she confirmed it.
Yeah, she kind of confirmed it, telling us the flow, the room, everything. She
She knew everything. Like, they was tight.
Yeah, she was tight with with him. And like I said, we ran into each other a few times, but I never kind of asked for advice or nothing, just be respect. But maybe a week after that, you know, he passed away.
Crazy.
Yeah, I was out west. I got the news, and I ain't gonna lie, like 3 or 4 of my friends who know the situation had texted me like, "Man, your boy died." And I'm like,
I text you.
"Yeah, you texted me."
That was Cinco de Mayo. I was literally, what's that spot right here called? Little food zone.
It's a Mexican joint.
Nah, like literally right here by the hookah, by the smoke shop.
Oh, the sports bar.
Yeah, I was there Cinco de Mayo, like when this shit happened. I was in walking.
He died on Cinco de Mayo.
He died on Cinco de Mayo, bro.
I forgot.
That shit's crazy.
Oh yeah, I was out west. And I remember, I remember niggas text me like as if you would think he was my people, but
Your boy died.
yeah, it's like your sorry for the loss. You know, respect to his family and everything. But I didn't know him personally. It was just like, you know, that we stayed in the same building. But I did kind of, it was weird when he died, like how people was reacting. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of hate.
Shit was weird.
It was weird. Weirdness was just everywhere. It was like people celebrating, people sad, but I feel like he left a big impact. You know what I'm saying? And the first thought that came to my mind also when he passed was that lane. I was like, oh, that lane open. But
It is.
as an opportunity for if you want to be one of them people who own that type of time.
I wanted to pick up.
You wanted to pick off where Unc left off.
I feel like I could have. I feel like we both could. I feel like IBI could have turned into like a relationship consultant. We could really put people in their place.
Because I also feel like he had from people looking from the outside in, they thought that he probably down women or like he was like he'll talk crazy to certain girls, but I just think he was just an honest person and he just he knew his niche. He knew he's very honest. He gonna be direct. He gonna tell you the stuff that you don't want to hear instead of what you want to hear.
He was intellectual but ignorant.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was serious.
He gonna tell you for real.
But what I also really respect about his journey and what I learned about it, of course, it didn't happen overnight. You know, he had found that come from like hours of just like, you know, practice and just I don't like the what's the dude from Sesame Street type like he was
in the car type shit.
Mr. A nerd, like somebody with the bow tie.
Like Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, he was on his Mr. Rogers swag. And then as time go by, he started coming European. Like, oh, he had the leather jacket and like, you know, glasses. He found his
stepping his shit up.
Yeah, and it didn't happen overnight, and that's what I do respect about him. Just is his progress and just over time, and he wasn't afraid to show you that it takes time to get to where he was at. And yeah, I mean, I feel like the ghost of him stays in my building, and it was only right to, you know, give him a episode because he know my body too. I mean, I don't know.
Shout out to Unc, man, the ghost of Kevin Samuels.
Yeah,
a lot of these hoes was tripping too.
They gonna trip.
You know, not all y'all are hoes, but
yeah, they was tripping. They was celebrating.
I ain't like that because you mentioned it. I ain't like that. Like how y'all celebrating this man dying, y'all don't even know that man.
Yeah,
like,
it was
like he did something to them personally.
No, it was weird. He definitely had like a he had a kid I was aware of.
Mama, shit, his mama still living. She had to see all that stuff.
And what's messed up is, you know, between me and y'all only gonna get this kind of information on IBI. No other outlets had this story like me. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I got the news first. I just ain't put it on social media. You know what I'm saying? I was on some shit. I'm gonna tell this story one day. But rumor has it, you know, he was messing with some chick. Whatever the reason may be, you know what I'm saying? He was, I guess, he overventilated or something happened when he was messing with the girl. I think it was a conspiracy. I think she had something to do with bruh tapping out early. But what I can say is, as far as like my conspiracy is, I feel like, damn, I lost my train of thought. I was basically trying to talk about like how,
yeah, hypertension.
Yeah, he had the hypertension thing, and then
high blood pressure.
Yeah. Oh no, this is what I heard. Yeah. So the girl who called and reported that, you know, they called the concierge, and because they didn't have, you know, family contact, he was under somebody else's name or whatnot. They didn't know. Yeah, they didn't know who to contact when he first passed. So instead of like telling the folks directly, they had reached out to the blogs, this concierge, and that's why it hit the internet first before it hit the family. And so it was kind of like, is it true? Is he dead or not? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't confirmed because his emergency contact, it basically wasn't under him because, like I said, he was very private of, you know, where he stayed and like just what he do. But dog was living. You know what I'm saying? I used to see him doing his thug thizzle, and I used to salute Unc, you know what I'm saying? And
Unc was living, man. Shout out to
Unc was living. He was in his prime. You know what I'm saying? I was going to have a drink of Red Bull today for him, but
I ain't know he was drinking. I just learned that for this episode. Bro was drinking 4-5 Red Bulls a day.
yeah, he be on Red Bulls in this episode. None against Red Bulls, but I'm only on them things when I'm in the strip club. I be on a Red Bull and tequila. That's my little go-to. Red Bull and tequila. I be feeling myself. But yeah, long live Kevin Samuels. Do you remember who put you on him originally? Like when you first heard of him?
I can't recall who originally put me on Unc. I just was seeing hella videos and them shits was funny.
I know exactly who put me on.
Who was it?
My boy Gotti. Yeah, some may know him as Jonas. He's very that's one of my close friends over like 15 years. And one thing I can say about bro is he's very he's with the ignorance. So like I guess at first I didn't like the approach Kevin Samuels was like how he was talking to women. And I just think when somebody first put you on them, they'll put you on a video that was just like
I'm saying some wild shit.
Yeah, misleading. It's like, oh, you're degrading women. So I really don't respect that. But then I guess it was as you if you dig deeper and watch the whole episode,
yeah,
he was doing it to both, you know, dudes and women. I just think it was more highlighted on women because you got weirdos. But at the same time, my boy Jonas, he put me on Kevin Samuels early before a lot of people was on him, and I was like, I'm gonna check him out, but I wasn't really like in tune like bro. And I know a lot of our friends really did fuck with him. Nah. I just wish they, you know, I just wish Kevin was still here and they took Charleston. I wish they took Charleston White instead.
They should have took Uncle Charles.
That's not my uncle.
That ain't Uncle.
Nah.
Hey, he be saying some real shit though. I ain't gonna lie. He be having some good points though.
He's Uncle Ruckus.
He be on some cool shit, but he do be having some.
They should have took Charleston instead of.
I'm trying to think of one. Kevin. I remember he was saying some shit one time.
That was the government.
Where it was like just about how rappers be, you know, just about how we ain't really teaching the youth, like, you know what I'm saying, the right messages, just in general. Like,
he ain't saying nothing we been ain't know.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, he being real though. Like a lot of kids listen to a lot of these rap artists, and you know he be going at a lot of these niggas' heads, but they ain't really sending the right messages. So, you know, Unc do be. Even though he do be on the police gangs and them niggas don't fuck with that.
Yeah, we gonna put up a video of him.
But at the same time, it's like Kevin Samuels, bro. You see the clickbait shit. You know what I'm saying? If you go look at a video or interview or some shit that he's saying, you gonna be like, okay, that nigga got a good point or two. I don't got like nigga, but
no, he be saying some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie, I slapped the shit out of Charleston White. I really be feeling some type of way. But see,
look, when you know, and I don't wish death upon nobody because I don't say I fuck with bro. But if he was to die tomorrow, niggas would be celebrating on social media. You'll see niggas like, damn, I'm glad he dead. Just kind of like. I
felt like it was a lot of women celebrating with Kevin Samuels.
It was definitely more women. It was definitely more women because he came at niggas too. But
it
definitely be a lot of niggas celebrating Charleston White.
And then there's a lot of niggas hurting about that shit. Like niggas like, nah.
I was hurt.
Godfather.
I was hurt.
Yeah.
I ain't like that shit.
He lives on, and I think he did. You know, he left his mark. I think he did what he had to do. I ain't gonna lie. He probably could. He had a lot more on the table. I feel like it.
He was trying to say to black families, man. He was telling.
He was telling niggas what it was.
Men and women like, yo, you want to get married, you want this and that, but like, be realistic.
Yeah,
like, you want a nigga to take care of you, but look at yourself in the mirror.
Be honest.
Be honest.
Look at your bank account.
Like, nigga, you want a 10, a bad bitch, but nigga, you don't make
nothing to that. So why put yourself in that situation?
He was just being honest, bro.
And people don't like honest these days.
Yeah,
But that's what I can say. Like people who really was offended, they understood that about him. That I think it was a good balance of just being honest. Like it's rare right now. Everybody want to people that it's like you can't even have an opinion these days. Everybody got to be on the same page. I think that's what making social media weird when you like go against the grain. They just think you, I don't know. You just wrong. You can't have your own opinion. It's
No,
just
you
like
can't. You can't go against the grain and think differently. But Uncle's on the come up, man. You know, he was in that Future video, that Worst Day. I don't know if you've seen that Atlanta episode. You don't watch Atlanta, huh?
I fuck with Atlanta.
I ain't gonna lie, that's
don't
one of
binge
the
watch it.
one of the best shows, bro, to me. But it's a Kevin Samuels episode.
I think The Office better.
You fuck with that white corny shit. I heard. I
It's
be
just
hearing it's
comical.
funny.
You're racist.
I
ain't
am.
gonna bring up that.
I
The
am.
Office is a good show.
Atlanta is for the culture though. I'm gonna be ignorant. You know, this intellectual
could
but
be.
ignorant. It's for the culture.
It could be, but
Atlanta is
also,
for our culture.
It's not
bro.
The Office.
Have you ever worked in the office before?
Yeah, nigga. What you talking about?
Nigga, you ain't worked in no office before?
I have. I'm
Where
trying to
at?
think.
Where at?
Bro, I didn't have about 10 jobs, bro.
In the office?
Yeah, I didn't.
Bro,
work
you
for-
don't relate to nothing on that TV show.
But I like humor.
I feel you.
I like just humor. I don't even be caring about that. I just like shit that just got some type of humor to it. It's funny to me. Shout out to my boy Dwight Schrute.
I don't
Yeah,
know
that was
who
my
the fuck
favorite
that
character.
is.
Dwight Schrute. Hey, long
I
live
don't
that
know
boy
who the
Kevin,
fuck
man.
that is, man.
I want to kind of talk about black men don't cheat and how the speculations of the coach in Boston, you know, he got caught cheating
Oh,
on.
my boy. That's how you say bro name? Doka?
I don't know. I ain't
Some
gonna lie.
shit.
I'm terrible with names. I was gonna.
He African sound like, so he kind of don't count.
He's Nigerian, so
With
he
our
definitely
population.
is guilty.
Yeah, I feel like them niggas on that.
You know, for sure. Black men don't cheat, but Nigerians, they own that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like that black man, it sound good, but
No, what you talking about?
I know, bro. I'm just being honest, bro. That shit sound good.
What is it? What are you talking about? I want to know what the fuck you talking about because
That
I just
shit-
told you Nigerians cheat and black men don't cheat.
Not all niggas ain't built like that, bro. I'm just
All niggas is cheaters.
no. I'm saying some niggas are.
These women are cheating.
Women are definitely cheating, but niggas
What you
is.
trying to say?
I'm saying niggas is doing their thing. All right, you gotta think of it like this. Is Nigerian, right? In his culture,
They known for cheating.
they not even known for cheating. They known for having multiple women.
Correct.
And as us as black men,
And
I
I
ain't
know
gonna
I'm
say
talking
black men.
shit. I'm talking shit to all my Nigerian homies because I really do fuck with y'all. I got real partners who not. It's all jokes. Yeah.
He fuck with, I fuck with Africans too.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all
it's
never
not
put me on no
personal.
real money, but I fuck with y'all. I mean, it is what it is.
Y'all know what, man.
I ain't
y'all,
put a dime in my pocket.
y'all know what they say about the Africans out here in Atlanta. They spending, they got it.
They low key fucked up the game. If we being honest,
Yeah, I heard.
that's when the shift happened. That's when they started thinking, I'm like, what? You want what?
They think you want these African.
But back to what you saying. You saying we?
I'm gonna just leave it alone, bro, because I
Tripping, that's
don't
why.
want to get into
You
it
might
too
have-
deep.
You should leave it alone.
I don't want to get in too deep, bro.
Like I
but
said, Nigerians cheat.
everybody ain't the same.
My brothers don't cheat.
I feel you. Not all brothers do.
And then
They shouldn't.
And if we do cheat, we get pushed to the edge a little bit.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Say that. Shit happens.
I mean, it's some brothers who. We ain't gonna go there. Brothers don't
Look,
cheat.
I'm
But
trying.
do Nia deserve that? You think Nia deserve that?
I don't know. I remember we had this discussion in the group chat. Like niggas was like, well, that's Nia Long, though. But it's like
He ain't
a
the
bad bitch to you or to him that he might be tired of. Like, you don't know. Pussy might not. I don't know. Who knows? Like, you ain't in his life, his situation. Like,
Nah, that's a fact.
she could be annoying.
Nia Long is definitely a legend.
It's not 20, 30 years ago. We ain't talking about the same Nia.
Niggas be thinking Nia from Friday.
Yeah.
He was like, he
Nigga
cheated
like,
on
she
Nia.
cheated on Nia Long?
Yeah.
He cheated on that?
Nia at home throwing all types of plates at bruh ass after the game.
You know? You get what I'm saying? Niggas don't know.
But what I can say, Nia's a legend. I think it was
fuck
the
with
public.
Nia.
I think it was the public embarrassment because she's such a low key person.
Let me say this too. Nia is still as beautiful. If Nia ever listens to this, I ain't trying to play you, Nia.
Yeah,
You know, that nigga dead wrong.
you like you. If the opportunity was presenting you, you like milfs.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I say that now because I feel
Not the
like
dust off that. But look,
I say that now, bro. But I ain't never had one. So
Yeah. What you think next one?
for
Yeah.
oh, he's fried. He's fried, bro.
I heard this shit.
I don't think that nigga gonna coach again.
I don't like what Matt Barnes did. It
What
was like
happened?
them niggas was like, It was like they said what they said. They was like, y'all just need to chill.
Yeah.
Why they put the black man business out there like that? Wait till the things come out. The next day he was like, nah, this shit bad, man.
Yeah.
It was like, ain't no coming back from this one. But they never said nothing. Shout out to my folks in Boston. I got a few Boston friends. I don't know. I thought this might have been. I feel like Jason Tatum don't deserve this because that's, in my opinion, that's young Kobe. I definitely fuck with Tatum hard. I feel like they might be back in the finals too, but this little situation could be a distraction. I think the Hawks should pick up the coach. I ain't gonna lie. Bring him to the A. He ain't gonna know how to act. He gonna forget about me and so quick.
I don't disagree. You get what I'm saying? But if bro is on some pervert shit, which is something like he might.
All right, this is another inside source. You know what I'm saying? You only gonna get it from IBI. You ain't gonna get it from all these other sources because I got ears in the streets in Boston too. You know, my folks in Boston was saying how whoever he was messing with, it was a higher up person, wife.
Yeah, like the owner or some shit.
I wouldn't say owner, but they up there. And so, yeah, it just looked bad. And, yeah, Matt Barnes, you ain't shit. But I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like he was a good coach. But I knew that nigga wasn't playing because how he coached, he was still wearing a Rona mask during the finals when nobody else on the bench was. That's how I knew he was crazy. Like, he was saying cuss words through the mask at the race. He's like, motherfucker.
Nah, I felt it, bro.
Yeah, he ain't bullshit.
Shouldn't be a real nigga, but I hope he get another shot because it's hella coaches and owners that done did way worse, but they white though. You know, their name ain't Udoka.
Facts.
They ain't they don't look like us. So you know what I'm saying? That's how
it's been worse done.
It's been way worse done.
It ain't.
Man, these coaches, they calling niggas. You know, monkeys
behind practice doors,
big lips. You know. Yeah, bro, you don't remember coaching? We know NFL, NBA different, but, Coach Gruden was saying niggas had big lips and shit.
Oh, yeah, NFL is, we know what's going on over there. The NFL on some whole slave trade shit, but niggas love football, and they going to keep using it as an excuse like, we love football, though. All right, so in this last part of the episode, it's a little special. Me and Boogie, our birthday is like 2 days apart.
Yeah, shit crazy.
We even kind of know that, but just I've been knowing you for about almost 12?
12, going on 13
years. Yeah, and we clicked the minute we met. But I remember, kind of on some story time shit. We had I remember when I first met him, and I want to say like he always east side this, east side that.
Hard.
Nigga always talking about the east side. Y'all niggas in Cobb. And the thing about this Cobb east side shit, they only say this Cobb shit because I went to high school in Cobb, and I still fuck with Cobb. But niggas like, niggas in Cobb rich. They just think everybody in Cobb got money. Like, I just ignore them. But just know I was holding that Cobb shit down in our college while niggas it was nobody else but me. I just want y'all to know that. And, long story short, my nigga was, he would mention a boy, he always mentioned somebody named him. He like, man, my nigga Nails. I just remember you always mentioning a person named Nails.
Yeah, so we was always on that rap shit heavy.
He was like he locked up. And, it was on music. You just
it was on music, and I was like, nah, Nails the one.
Yeah, you used to say it early. So, long story short, I want to say maybe some years go by, and I'm on one of our clothing line page, Show Love, and I think we was following Nails, and I was following Nails off the Show Love page at the time. And I think he had dropped a freestyle that caught my attention. I'm like, who the hell is this nigga?
In the pen.
Yeah, he was in the halfway at the house. He was at the halfway house at the time, I want to say.
Nah, bro, I know the freestyle you talking about. He was still locked up. He wasn't even in the halfway.
He was transitioning out, bro. It was the N1 verse.
Oh, I'm thinking of something else I showed you. I remember bro was freestyling on some other shit.
Nah, he been freestyling. He been was working, but it was a freestyle that he did in the halfway house that ended up being his verse for N1.
N1 my shit too.
Yeah, and basically it caught my attention to where I just was like, I gotta tell this nigga he hard. And from there I reached out. Like the spirit just told me like to say something to him and just tell him who you is. And at the time I was working at Wish ATL, Yeah, the shoe store, and I knew a few people, and I was just trying to help him, like plug him in with some producers, whatever I could do to just help, and because I always just had a passion for just music and just I feel like finding talent, and flash forward, we built a relationship off of that. I think he was stationed in Savannah, Georgia, and I used to drive down there like after work, after school. He was 3.5 hours to go see this nigga. He was shocked, like, damn, this nigga really drove all the way down here to work on music. And I ain't gonna lie, at the time, when I think about it, I'm like, wow, I really was doing this shit. But something was driving me. Something was always like, this is what you want to do. You want to be a manager. You want to help this kid.
And Nels was the one.
Yeah, and so everybody who know my journey will tell you that I was real serious about, just I was speaking so highly of him, and we did something that I will always remember. We dropped a tape while he was in the halfway house. I had my boy Guy make him a hard CD cover, and we built a relationship. Him coming out, and I remember everybody was telling me like, one thing about a lot of dudes when they locked up, they do change when they get out. I ain't gonna lie, I seen a lot of niggas, they say one thing and do another the minute they get on the other side of that fence. And I had some folks telling me that. I was like, man, niggas don't be the same when they get out. But one thing about my boy, he was the same, if not hungry beast when he touched, when he got out. And he did an 9 years. And we was the same age. And yeah, we built a crazy bond. And what I can say about Nels is he was different, man. His energy, I just knew he was different from the minute I met him. It was just something about him when you in the room with him, you could feel it. And anybody who ever met him would tell you the same thing. Like, he just had an energy about him that you would never forget. And I think God knew how much I really did love this dude, man. I remember I had hit, like, back in my days, I was doing some bullshit, man. I probably struck for like 30 or something. And shit, I had sent him like a band. Man, and I'm like, why I get it? But some told me, I love this dude. Let me get him $1,000. He down her. That shit meant everything. But I loved him so much that it felt like, man, I just gotta, show him. I just do that. If I got love for you, I'll give you something. And that was just my love language, you can call it. And whatever, we built this bond. He get out. I think, you gotta always knock that jail dust off of you when you get off. It ain't hard coming out, missing 8 years of your life and then adjusting back into the world. And I just wanted to kind of just, give a shout out and a little background on my boy's story because, 2 years ago he did pass away on my birthday. And
Crazy. It
was like a movie, man. I ain't gonna lie, that was like a nightmare. But and still, it was a little blurry at times. But I want to say, as time heals, I always felt his spirit around me. I felt like God knew how much I care for this dude. I think I never even told nobody about the birthday situation because it just hit everybody so suddenly, and I didn't want it to be about me. I just was like, I had booked the trip and everything. Like, I probably seen him like a week or two before he passed because that whole timeline is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. It's just a crazy timeline to where it still be like messing me up. But what I can say is I be feeling his spirit around me. You know what I'm saying? I always kind of be a little uncomfortable on my birthday because I'm like, damn, this nigga done took over my birthday. But I know it's some significance in it. This painting behind me, it's kind of like to him with the shark or whatnot. But I want to say, you said you had a story about Nels. I want you to tell.
Yeah, man, I just had a story. I just never told this story. Like, man, I fuck with Nels heavy. And, like, y'all getting close. Just kind of like, I was just happy to see that shit because I always knew, like, bro's different.
Yeah.
And then, like, you helping him out with the music, like, that kind of allowed me just to, like, kind of still be close with bro just after he got out.
Yeah.
Like, I talked to him when you would talk to him or when I was over here type shit. But, yeah, bro, Nels was always a solid nigga. Like, I never forget. Man, this was, like, 11th grade, my junior year. On some east side shit, the little teen club over there off Rockbridge. I forgot what that shit called, right there across from that Quick Trip over there by Stevenson. I'm goddamn at the little teen club. I run into some old folks from Rita, and I see Nels outside. I waiting on my mom to pick me up. Bro come up to me, open up like a goddamn earring box or some shit, and had a it was some perp, like just a bud of perp, like a big ass bud. I'm like, bro, you want to buy this
when
shit?
They had the little weed bag.
Yeah, it wasn't even in no bag, bro. That shit was in a literally
Something about that weed back day was
in a
hidden.
box, bro. Crazy. And shit, he like, bro, $10, whatever. I'm like, mind you, I never smoked weed in my life. Like, I ain't seen nails in like a year. I'm just trying to be cool. Like my boy, like, you know, I'm about to
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. I'm like, bet. Bro, I bought this weed. My mom picked me up. I rolled the shit up the next day, bro, and I'll never forget the first time being high. I was so fucking geeked up. And it was nails, bro. I never even got a chance to tell bro that story.
That's funny.
But that shit crazy. Like,
what's also full circle is our I want to call him our cameraman, part of our team, Sage. He knew nails too, and he told us what you said. He gave you your first. He had put you down on the counterfeits. He said nails put him down on counterfeits back in the day. And,
that shit funny.
I mean, bro was a hustler and he know how to connect the dots. One thing I could always say about him is, as much as I always believed in him and I knew he was the one, you couldn't tell me different. I was like, the minute people meet him, they gonna love him, and I just knew that about him. And he had a vision, but he would always be. This how I felt with him. He is how he'd point at me and tell me like, "Nah, you mate." You know what I'm saying? So. It's crazy how just life works, and even this situation with all us here on set, you know, kind of full circle. I still find it hard to believe that everything happened for a reason sometimes, because of that situation, it kind of messed me up, because I'm like, damn, my boy just did 8 years, you know, he was only outside for maybe 2, and a situation happened that was unfortunate, and you couldn't tell me that happened for a reason at the time. I was just like, that kind of blew me, but I can say if you met him, he left his mark with you that you will always remember. And I know if it's hard for somebody, me doing this, I hope it can like strengthen whoever listening to like, you know, shit, kind of step that shit up, because it was definitely hard for me to like press the gas on this at times. And I be having that voice in my head. I feeling like he telling me like, man, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of who I be doing it for these days. Like my people who got real love for me, you can tell it's genuine and bro, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you can't tell me nothing. But what I can say, if he met you, I feel like you got a purpose. You know what I'm saying? It was a reason, and it's up to you to fulfill it. And shout out to his mom, you know, Pooh, my dog Pooh, the real Pooh Shiesty, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to his sisters, his brothers, his family in Chicago.
Halo.
Yeah, man, shout out to Halo, you know what I'm saying? His son, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole team, you know, YE, my family. He was definitely the glue to a lot of things, but I feel like if he seen something in you, it was for a reason. And yeah, that's just basket business for you. One thing I would do like to say to all, because my boy did like them girls. You know, he loved women.
They love him too, though.
Nah, that's a fact. He had them.
He definitely had them.
He was a smooth dude. But, I ain't want to get on that, because I was going to say something real personal like that. I don't like how it just showed me how these women, of course you ain't supposed to be dealt over nothing for a long time, but damn. You feel me? Y'all, it couldn't be a year or two before y'all get to moving how y'all moving, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel.
They need to learn from Lauren London, man.
Yeah, shout out to the gang, though, man. Everybody, man. If you listening, I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And, yeah, I want to say subscribe, do all that other stuff that we usually don't say you need to do, but if you're trying to help this situation and this transition, do what you got to do. You know, help a brother out, shout a brother out. You feel me? Shout out to Boogie. Shout out to Sage for doing what he do. And yeah, man, this basketball business, man, we standing on it for life. And
thanks. Long
live Kevin Samuels too.
Long live man. Long live Nails.
Yeah, shit still going on. And Gail, we out this guy, man.
This bitch, man. Till next time.
For sure, I'm finna goddamn, you know, play what we got down.
Intellectual but ignorant.
Yeah, we out this moment, huh? It's up. Okay.
My spidey senses tingling. Feel something. Got my radars